program, we spoke with Jay Grimes about the weather here in Louisiana. And now for more on how the weather is faring across the country and how crops are being affected, we turn now to Neil Melancon with this week's Bottom Line. And Neil, Jay talked about how dry it was here in Louisiana. What's the situation across the country?
Well, Mike, the weather scares we saw early on have turned into a promising crop thus far. In fact, corn has the highest good to excellent rating it's had in the past 6 years. The USDA's most recent ratings have corn at 70% good to excellent, compared with 67% for the 5-year average, but at the low end of the trade estimate, which was 70 to 72%. Soybeans, meanwhile, remain at 66% good to excellent, up from last year and the 64% 5-year average, but the trade pegged it at 68%. Meanwhile, the acreage planted is at 87%, where it's normally at 90%. The bottom line this week is that all these numbers are good, but we've seen them before. Even though the corn condition is higher than it's been, it's still in the 60 to 70% good to excellent range we've seen at this time of year, only to plunge towards the mid-50 range come August. As you heard Jay Grimes talk about earlier, the high-pressure ridge is causing dryness not only here but across the U.S., which could mean some of those beans are planted late or not at all if it persists, and we could see grains lacking moisture at critical growth stages, as well as temperatures starting to pick up in the Midwest. And Mike, while they've been wetter than they have before, it is still dry and spotty across much of the Midwest.
And I know, Neil, farmers understand how dry weather affects the prices they receive. I doubt if consumers really understand how dry weather has an impact at the grocery store.
Well, all of the numbers we've seen so far are based on farmers making their crop. If they don't, that means less food and thus prices will go up.
Very good. Neil Melancon, thanks.